Tennis royalty reacts. Coco Gauff and Maria Sharapova send powerful message to Carlos Alcaraz after AO triumph. Carlos Alcaraz's unforgettable Australian Open triumph didn't just shake the tennis world. It drew admiration from its biggest icons. Moments after lifting the trophy, the young Spaniard received heartfelt messages from Coco Gauff and Maria Sharapova, two champions who know exactly what it takes to conquer the sport's biggest stages. Their words weren't routine congratulations. They carried respect, inspiration, and a clear acknowledgement of Alcaraz's growing legacy. As fans celebrated the rise of a new era, these reactions from tennis royalty made the moment even more powerful, proving that greatness recognizes greatness. Tennis fire. When Carlos Alcaraz dropped his knees on the blue hardcourt of Melbourne Park, arms raised, eyes filled with disbelief and fire, it wasn't just another Grand Slam victory. It was a moment that echoed across generations. The Australian Open had crowned a champion, but the tennis world had witnessed something bigger, the confirmation of a new era. And when legends speak, the world listens. Within hours of Alcaraz's historic Australian Open triumph, two of the most influential voices in modern tennis, Coco Gauff and Maria Sharapova, stepped forward with reactions that were emotional, powerful, and deeply symbolic. Their words didn't just congratulate a champion. They anointed him. This was tennis royalty reacting to the rise of a king. Glowing star champion forged in fire. Carlos Alcaraz's Australian Open run was anything but easy. Each match felt like a trial by fire. Long rallies, brutal baseline exchanges, and moments where even the most confident champions might have cracked. Yet again and again, Alcaraz found answers. Against elite opposition, he didn't just survive, he adapted. Observers noted his maturity, shot selection beyond his years, emotional control in chaos, and an uncanny ability to raise his level when the stakes peaked. By the time he lifted the trophy, the conversation had shifted from future star to present dominance. And that's when the legends stepped in. Dizzy Coco Gauff. This is what the future looks like. Coco Gauff knows pressure. She knows expectations. And she knows exactly what it means to be labeled the next big thing. So when she reacted to Alcaraz's victory, her words carried weight. In a heartfelt message shared across social platforms, Gauff praised Alcaraz not just for winning, but for how he won. Watching Carlos win in Melbourne wasn't just inspiring, it was validating. This is what the future of tennis looks like when talent meets hard work and humility. Gauff emphasized Alcaraz's joy, his smile between points, his respect for opponents, his visible love for the game. He plays with freedom, but also responsibility. That's rare. For Gauff, Alcaraz represents a generation unafraid of greatness, a generation that doesn't shrink under history, but embraces it. Her message ended with quiet confidence. Keep going. You're carrying more than just trophies now. Crown Maria Sharapova. Champions are built in moments like this. If Coco Gauff's words felt like a sisterly nod from one young star to another, Maria Sharapova's message felt like a royal decree. The five-time Grand Slam champion, known for her uncompromising standards and legendary mental toughness, delivered a reaction that instantly went viral. Sharapova didn't focus on forehands or footwork. She focused on identity. Winning a Grand Slam doesn't make you a champion. How you handle the moment does. Sharapova highlighted Alcaraz's composure under pressure, his calm body language in tense games, his refusal to panic when momentum shifted. That's not taught. That's earned. For Sharapova, Alcaraz's Australian Open victory was proof that he isn't chasing greatness. He's building it brick by brick. Her closing line was simple, sharp, and unforgettable. Welcome to the responsibility of greatness. Fire a generational passing of the torch. When players like Coco Gauff and Maria Sharapova speak, they're not just commenting, they're contextualizing history. Tennis has always been defined by eras. Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, Serena, Sharapova, Venus. Now, Alcaraz, Gauff, and a new wave rising fast. What made this moment special wasn't just Alcaraz's victory, but the recognition from champions who understand what comes next. Because winning once is hard. Winning again, with expectations doubled and pressure amplified, is harder. And both Gauff and Sharapova know that better than anyone. Brain more than talent. The mental edge. One recurring theme in both reactions was mental strength. Sharapova referenced it directly. Gauff hinted at it subtly. Alcaraz didn't win the Australian Open purely with power or speed. He won it with belief that didn't waver even when matches turned uncomfortable. In an era where social media scrutiny is relentless and comparisons are constant, that mental clarity sets Alcaraz apart. As one analyst put it, he plays like someone who already understands the cost of winning and accepts it. Globe showing Europe-Africa tennis world unites behind a star. Following the reaction from Gauff and Sharapova, tributes poured in from across the tennis world. Former champions, current rivals, and rising juniors all echoed the same sentiment. Carlos Alcaraz isn't just winning matches. He's shaping the sport's future identity. And that's what makes the reactions from tennis royalty so powerful. They aren't driven by hype. They're driven by recognition. Recognition of a champion who belongs. Rocket what comes next? For Alcaraz, the Australian Open title is not a finish line. It's a starting point, with expectations soaring and every opponent targeting him. The road ahead will be tougher. But if the words of Coco Gauff and Maria Sharapova are any indication, he's ready. He's not walking alone. He's walking with the blessing and the warning of those who've already carried the crown. Trophy final thought. Tennis history doesn't change overnight. It changes in moments. Moments like Melbourne. Moments like this. Moments when legends look at a champion and say, "We see you." And Carlos Alcaraz? He didn't just hear them. He answered with a trophy in his hands and a future wide open. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.